Hello everybody from Fatima in Portugal, here where we made one of our latest large instruments. The organ is here over the main balcony. You can see the original Astonish 5-manual console, and the organ hanged up. As you can see, part of it is really hanged up. The prospect with 16-foot pipes with overlength, and the design of a prospect was made by the architect in charge to look after the basilica at time, Joana Delgado. Also, the base of the pipes is made by an artist, a Portuguese artist. It's all in bronze and with some scene on it, and is the same artist who made the new altar down there. And yes, he worked very hard to make this space. While the organ is all inside a gallery here, placed at the back of the church. The gallery is 8 meters deep, and in here we have 4 manuals, while the 5th manual, which belongs to the echo organ, is placed in the boxes you can see on the lateral galleries on right and left. The stops are splitted in these 2 swell boxes, and for the echo organ. The other 4 manuals are placed just above the console, and we have the positive. Well, really, we start with a pedal at the bottom. We have 3 32 feet, the contrabass, the sub-bass, and here the reed, the bombarda, contrabombarda 32. There is also a fagotto 16, the bombarda 16, trombone and claron. The gravissima 64-foot is derivated from the sub-bass 16. Then we have a positive, first manual, for quintante, and a nice chimney flute. On the other side, the positives carry on with a small cornet and the reeds, regale 16, trumpet and cromor. The second manual belonging to the great organ here. We have principal 16, which is in the prospect, a Bourdon 16 with the wooden pipes, an interesting doppel flute with a double mouth flute, a stopped flute, and a quint 5 1/3, and carry on the other side. We have also an Italian ripieno and a French planger, a new cornet 8-foot, trombone 16, 8, and claron 4. The récit is at the top of the organ, at the back, in a large swell box, and has a 16-foot bass stop contragamba, some 8-foot stops, a flûte harmonique and a flûte cheminée, and a gamme de concert. And of course the récit is more of French style. We have a Voix Céleste churro, and the other side of récit we have a furniture, a terziana, which is a very special stop made 5 row, 8 foot. It's a great mixture. And we have a basson, a trompet, un hautbois, a clarin harmonique, et la voix humaine. It's a complete jeu d'ange. Then we have an interesting fourth manual, which is the clavier de Bombard, very powerful, working at 120 millimeter of pressure. And here we have some solo stops like flûte de Jubal, le hautbois orchestral, la clarabelle, and the tuba, very strong, facing just behind the prospect, and very powerful stops. The echo organ on the other side, usually at the beginning the project considered to be a Fenwerk, like a Fenwerk. So the organist wanted to place it over there, making a hole in the roof, like some German organs, they have a Fenwerk, but then statically was not possible to build it in there. So that's the reason why they were placed in the two swell box on the lateral galleries. Here we have some solo stops, and this special new stops was made in honor of one of the small pastors, Flauta do Francisco. And we have a very nice coro viole, and two interesting reeds, clarinet orchestral and corno inglese. Then of course there is the full list of couplers and any possible combination of couplers. And then we have a couple of special functions here. We have divisione pedale that splits the pedal board in two parts. You can program where the point to split the parts here from the touch screen, and you can, with this option, you can define to have maybe at the first octave the stops from the pedal playing, and then on the upper side only the couplers from the manual stops. And this is useful for improvisation. Then we have another function that allow to how you say, to move the first manual on the second and the second on the first, to have a great organ right on the first manual. Down there we have a crescendo, of course, and the two swell pedal, one for the third and the other one for the echo organ. That's all. We are here doing a little bit of maintenance before the concert of Wayne Marshall we have tomorrow. Okay? This is the Fatima organ. Bye.